Your second round
let's see.
pick?
My second pick is...
If you smell what the Rock
obviously
is cooking.
it's The Rock.
Good call.
He is the best at promos ever. I don't care about Hogan
I'll
or
agree.
anything. Hogan had good promos back then in the 80s, but Rock makes... Like, he brings people that don't even like wrestling to watch wrestling. That's why the Attitude Era got so big. Him and Austin, too, but... Rock's hilarious. Everyone loves him.
Yeah, he's good.
He can put on a good match. Maybe he's not the best technical wrestler ever, but he can put on a good match. He's entertaining in the ring. He has, like a presence. He has natural charisma. He made fun of Kevin Kelly and called him a hermaphrodite. And it was always funny.
I love how you throw that
That
in.
always stuck with me.
It is funny.
Because every time I see Kevin Kelly now on like Ring of Honor, all I think of, oh, it's the hermaphrodite guy.
One of my favorite Rock things is making fun of Kane, and he's like pulls up he like takes the thing. He's like, "My name is Kane." He's
I
like,
am a
Yeah.
voodoo.
One of my favorite Rock things. And another good one where he's like, it was when NWO invaded back, and Scott Hall and Kevin Nash are on the ramp, and they're like saying something, and The Rock is like, "Let me just stop you right there," and he's like, "You just come out here with he's like, "They should call you big sexy bitch," and he just like shits all over Kevin Nash for like minutes, and then it's like it's hilarious.
Oh,
I think it's one of the best things he does.
My favorite Rock moment is when he was in Boston and he was fighting John Cena. And me and Jeremy have watched this promo, and he's kind of promo about him being like Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah,
he's like
yeah,
throwing
I
his
know.
merchandise into the river, into the Charles River, and I was fucking dying
I do remember
because it was
that
so funny.
He also called Ray the eater of Pop-Tarts. That was pretty funny too.
But he's like, remember Jeremy?
He's
like,
so good.
He's like, John Cena garden gnomes. Who the hell wants one of these things? He chucks it in the river. I'm like, oh my god.
I was listening to Sammy on Talk Is Jericho, and Sammy was
I
like...
want a plug from you, Jericho.
Yeah, exactly. And the money. I want the money.
One of them.
Yeah, and Sammy basically, he brought up a point, like, just randomly, like, that The Rock is, like, the one wrestler whose character is basically to bury other characters. Like usually, when you're doing something with another wrestler, like, you're doing a program with them, you're supposed to, like, make each other look good. But Rock's, like, thing was that he would just make you look like shit, and not, like, just, like, your character shit. He would, like, personally, like, make you look like shit. Like, it's like, you suck talking on the mic. It's like... Yeah, he does suck talking on the mic, and everyone would be like, damn, that guy blows. And then Jericho's like, he still does that today. Like, every time he comes up, he just buries everybody with his, like, promos. And he's the one guy who, like, gets away with it.
Because they're hilarious.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
All right.
Good pick so far, guys.
My second round pick.
Thank
What?
you.
Second round pick. What? Is Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I was wondering what you were doing. I was wondering where that was
I
going.
was trying to think of what I couldn't think Texas Road.
What?
Stone Cold, Vince McMahon himself has said this several times. Stone Cold Steve Austin is the biggest draw in wrestling history. He said he put Stone Cold's name on any billboard anywhere, and he knew he was selling out that arena. And I know The Rock, same time, but I think Stone Cold, Rock was funny. It was great at promos. I think Stone Cold is like that character that resonates with everybody out there, especially people that watch wrestling.
Beating up your boss.
Beating up your boss,
everyone wants to punch your boss
drinking
in the
beer
face.
at work, not giving a fuck, just doing whatever he wants. Like, he's that perfect character, and he's put on. Going back to say, like all these best wrestling matches, all these people that saw all these wrestlers pick. He's been in multiple greatest wrestling matches of all time. Against Bret Hart, he's one against Rock, once against Shawn Michaels. He's not like the high flyer AJ Styles or the Kevin Owens kind of wrestling they are now, where they put their body on the line. But even with that brawling wrestling, he could put on a story that was a great match.
Yeah, it's always fun to watch him, like, stomp somebody in the corner
Yeah.
as hard as he can and then flip him off.
The best thing about Stone Cold was that he had such shitty gimmicks before that, and then eventually they let him be himself, and he just fucking knocked down the fucking wall. Like, they let him do his own thing, and he fucking ran with it, and he just dominated it.
I heard him, he mentioned, I was listening to something today, him on YouTube, like, doing a podcast with someone else, and he mentioned that, like, his hair was, like, when he was going bald, and, like, how he shaved it, like, right around the time when he got big, like, it almost, like, him having a shaved head kind of added to his character, because that character wouldn't have worked with, like, him with this, like, long blonde hair. Like, it made him almost shave his head, and they were also giving him a lot of credit for, like, that look being popular now. having like a bald head being like
Yeah, I can see
thing
that.
people want to
That
do.
fucking promo he cut after he won the King of the Ring about Jake the Snakes, and he's like, "You can dump your Bibles." He's like, "Austin 316
one?
said I
Austin
just whooped."
316 says I just whipped your ass.
That promo pushed him up here.
Well, say that stuck with him. He still
That
uses
was
that.
no, but
That Austin
that
316
but that was
stuck around
just the
forever.
first time he ever did it, and it like elevated him.
Yeah.
That was like the tipping point, and after that, it was like he was such a heel, but everyone fucking loved him because he was such a heel in a way where it's like, fuck
beat-
my boss,
he beat
I'm
up
gonna
his boss.
kick the shit out of
And
my
that's-
boss,
and-
because everything was changing then.
Even though The Rock was great during the time, he was the Attitude Era. Him and Vince McMahon and their fucking clash together were amazing together, and they were the Attitude Era.
No, I feel like him and The Rock are right here. They're like tied. Because
Yeah,
I
but
felt
him-
like The Rock
him and
was
Vince-
like his perfect
Yeah,
adversary.
but it wasn't really him versus The Rock. It was, but it was more him versus Vince. And Rock was Vince's puppet for a while.
Yeah.
It was Rock.
Oh, the corporate champion.
Yeah, the corporate champ. Austin versus Vince was what started
Yeah.
and what carried the Attitude Era. Because
Yeah.
the Attitude Era started getting sucky when Austin was all of a sudden on his side. It was weird.
I still liked it.
I know it's funny because he played the ukulele and shit. Alright. Randy? Hold on.
Wait, this is round one?
Yeah.
Yeah, round one.
Round one.
Your
Draft.
final pick. Don't
My
fuck
final pick is my favorite wrestler of all time, Mr. WrestleMania, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. And he's another pick I don't even have to explain.
You've been saying that for all your picks. At some point you have to explain.
No, CM Punk I did.
I don't think we had to
CM
explain
Punk I
any of
felt like I
our
had to.
I don't think
feel
we
like
had to
Cameron's
explain
like a
any
chip
of-
on his
I don't think
shoulder.
at any point we explain any of our picks, but
Shawn
Yeah, we
Michaels.
didn't have to explain it.
Shawn Michaels.
Randy just didn't want to do any work. That's
Shawn
why.
Michaels puts on great matches with whoever he wrestles with. He put on, near the end of his career, he put on great matches with The Undertaker. He put on WrestleMania 12, his first championship match, the Iron Man match because Bret Hart, which I recommend to watch, anyone to watch because it's fucking phenomenal. He even put on a great match at In Your House with fucking Mankind, and he changed his style. He's one of those guys, he's like AJ Styles is now. He can wrestle with anyone. It doesn't even matter.
So why
Like,
did
he
you
can
pick-
wrestle with any guy in any style, no matter how big they are, how small they are, and he can carry it.
I agree.
So why did you
And-
pick AJ Styles then?
Because I feel like
Because you don't have a man crush on him.
no, I don't.
He's not attractive enough.
I like AJ.
I'll do your argument for you. AJ Styles, yes, he's been around the world, he's been in many organizations, but he hasn't been in WWE enough to see if he has the longevity that Shawn Michaels will have. Shawn Michaels will go for another 20 years as one of the greats.
Yeah.
Who I think AJ Styles would, but we don't know enough
Yeah,
yet to
we
say
don't know
if AJ
yet.
Styles can be
Let's
that.
see what he does.
There you go, Randy. No, I'll take your argument. Randy wrote all of his notes on it.
And I didn't even use any
Well,
of my notes.
That in the house thing was not off the top of your
no,
head, you liar.
it was on the top of my head.
Because
Okay.
he
There's
didn't have
nothing
to
on the
explain.
top of your head.
It's on my list.
Oh my god.
He's holding up a blank piece of paper.
Jeez, 7 slammies. That means something.
That should actually be used against someone.
First Grand Slam champ.
Actually, I was not.
15 slam.
That means
I would-
having the
No.
Continental and the
Yeah, I know
European
what
and the
it is.
heavyweight.
He was the first, yeah. And I also looked up.
First.
You know,
Shawn
The Rock
Michaels-
was the third.
Shawn Michaels.
I also look shit up.
Shawn Michaels
I didn't
was
realize.
in
just
Wrestling Observer. He had like 10 5-star matches or like 12 5-star matches. I don't know the exact number, but it was like match of the year like every year because he's fucking awesome.
All right, I think it's
Jeremy?
my turn for my final pick, who is, among other things, a great rapper. Another great technical wrestler, and probably put on like some of the best promos ever. Because you can go back and listen to him now. He's coked up as fuck in every single one of them. That doesn't matter because they're still great. I saw one this week where he talks about being the cream of WWE or WWF back then, the cream of the crop, and he's like holding like cream packets, and he just starts like throwing them. Like, and all of a sudden you have another one in his hand, and then you like at one point he's talking, he just puts it on his head, and he's like balancing it, and he's like, "Ooh, I'm the best," and it falls off his head. He's like, "Off balance, on balance." Like, oh my god, his promos are still great, and he had some of the best matches like Ricky Dragon Steamboat, which we watched recently. Still holds
WrestleMania
up.
3, right? I think it was
Yep.
WrestleMania 3.
He's amazing. Him and Shawn Michaels are very similar, I think. Like, wrestling style. They both do the elbow.
Macho is just bigger.
I feel like Shawn Michaels does the elbow for him.
Macho is way more intense on the mic than Shawn Michaels.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, as, like, a wrestler.
Oh, okay.
Like, in the ring, they're very similar.
Yeah,
And they both have a lot of charisma.
And another highlight of Macho's career is when he was in the Royal Rumble, and he, like, did the elbow drop to Yokozuna, which was a big deal because they knocked him down. And then Yokozuna slingshots him out of the ring from, like, the middle of the ring.
Yeah, that was good.
From his stomach.
I remember that.
That's what
And that was all Macho Man on that
That's
one.
what would happen if I drop a double drop on cam right now.
Alright.
You can't flip. What are you talking about?
My final pick in the draft is the Ayatollah of Rock and Rolla, Chris Jericho.
Wow, your final pick.
I
thought
don't-
you gave up on him
No.
when you picked Bret Hart.
I don't care what anyone says. Chris Jericho will go down as one of the greatest. He doesn't have... Okay, he's not The Rock or Austin.
Wait, hold on.
He-
Before you go on, did you just tell us that Jericho...
You just made the list.
he made his own list?
He made my list. He's always been on
Jericho
it.
made the list.
I think Chris Jericho... He is a character. He's not going to be... He's not like The Rock. He might not be the larger-in-life character like The Rock is, but he can do everything in wrestling. He has the technical wrestling ability. He could change his character. How many times does he change his character over his career? 5? 6 times? He went from a cruiserweight nobody in WCW. He rose the ranks there, and then said, fuck this, I'll never get big here. Jumped to WWE, and then had to rise the ranks again to become a 6-time champion.
You know what I just realized? Majority of our list are tweeners. Like, all of them are tweeners. Besides Ric Flair. They're all tweeners.
I don't know. Rock's a straight-up face, and so is Austin.
The Rock was a heel
Yeah,
for so
The Rock
fucking
was a
long.
heel for,
People
like, ever.
loved him and hated him like
believe
equally.
He was a heel when he started as Stone Cold, but then like immediately became a
No,
face
he was a
because
heel for like forever.
Yeah.
people caught on.
They showed a
And Jericho
promo on
flip-flops.
Raw this week of The Rock, and he was like a heel, and it
Wait,
was like
I just said Austin.
2000. You said The Rock.
I know The Rock started off as a heel. He was a heel most of the
Yeah, but he was a heel even in like 2007.
But that's not tweener either.
When he fought
heel.
Goldberg for the title, he was a heel.
Yeah, people still like
That's
The
a
Rock
heel.
even when he was a bad
not
guy.
tweener.
Even when he was a bad guy, people liked him.
I think Jericho's the only actual like tweener.
I don't know, CM Punk is too.
AJ, he's been like a face usually or a heel.
AJ's
He's never like
heel.
Oh, maybe AJ
AJ's
now.
been a heel more than anything.
AJ and Ric Flair
TNA
probably don't
was a
fit
heel.
the
Ric
mold.
Flair is definitely
AJ was a heel in TNA for most of his career. He was the Nature Boy kid.
Okay,
he
but
was
that
with
doesn't make
Ric
him a
Flair.
tweener.
I know. I'm not saying that you're saying he was. He's not.
Yeah, he was a heel
Jericho
or a
is.
You
face.
said he was a face.
Jericho's a
He's not.
tweener.
heel or a face. Most
Jericho's
of
a tween. How do you Jericho?
Jericho's the one.
That's what I'm saying. Jericho can do...
Shawn Michaels too. Shawn Michaels is a weird guy too, where he's like,
Shawn Michaels...
He's usually a heel.
Oh, Jesus.
Until DX.
And then he went back to being a heel. He joined...
he was a
he's
face
pretty much
for a
been a
while.
face since then.
after DX, he joined Vince McMahon in the corporate as the GM and fought DX for like 2 years.
Wasn't he a good guy then?
No, it was Rock...
As GM?
No, it was Rock, Vince, and Shawn Michaels. And Shawn Michaels was against because he came back all fucking religiously and it was annoying.
Well, I don't know. That could something to do with Triple H.
I think he
Dick
should go
going.
back and maybe, I don't know, watch wrestling at some point. Holy Christ. Jesus.
I can't believe this
Wow.
coming.
Well, you picked Jericho as your first pick, so this is what makes you.
Stupid idiot.
No, I still think Jericho is... What are you going to do? Who right now...
Idiot.
Jericho is still wrestling. He's been, what? When did he start? He's been wrestling for almost 30 years with the indie crap. And he's constantly changed his character. Went from a cruiserweight to a heavyweight competitor. And now he's still in the main events as old. Usually these old wrestlers like Kane and stuff, it's like, you're old, you don't expect him to run a title. I still think Jericho could get a title and run with it.
Ric Flair was.
I'd be really disappointed if they give the title to
Well,
Jericho right
last
now.
week you said, I think Jericho deserves a title, so I feel like you're a flip-flopper on that.
No,
Correct? Did he not?
No, I
And he's
said he should
also
get a
a-
title shot. I didn't say he should.
No,
win the
I
fucking
said I think
title.
he should get the title, and you went, no, I really agree. I think he's really doing
Yeah,
well.
I remember that too.
So
And
you're
it's
the...
also recorded.
So Randy is a... Hold on.
Stupid idiot.
Thank you. Alright, so that's our draft.